In addition to journeys on scenic waterways, Southeast Alaska also offers wilderness adventures on forested lands. The trail through the thick underbrush might lead to an encounter with wildlife, a scenic vista, or an underground experience.
Well, which passage you want to go into first?
Well, weren't we planning on going into the cathedral room area? I think a lot of people have a hard time relating to why we're crawling around in these mucky holes up here in Alaska. And actually, sometimes I wonder myself why I'm up here. But I, for the most part, enjoy it a lot. One of the neat things is that the caving is in its frontier stage here. There are tremendous potentials for further explorations. There's miles and miles and miles of cave just waiting for those who are willing to look through the woods a little bit and do some hiking around and then be prepared and go in them and explore them.
Yeah, what does it look like from there? There's a lot of brush here. I can't tell how deep it is.
I love to explore the unknown. I like to see beautiful things. I like to do exciting things. I love challenges. Challenges going up and down pits. Challenges getting to caves. Getting to a cave may involve skiing. It may involve mountain climbing, hiking, backpacking. All of these come together into a really enjoyable thing.
Alaska is not known as a cave state, but there are some caves in the Wrangell Mountains, some on Chichagof Island, and a few on other southeast islands. The highest concentration of known caves in the state is on Forest Service land on northern Prince of Wales Island. Kevin and Carleen Allred, along with other members of the Glacier Grotto chapter of the National Speleological Society, have volunteered to help the Forest Service identify and survey these caves. In 1988, Congress passed the Federal Cave Resources Protection Act. It requires agencies like the Forest Service to preserve and protect significant caves on federal lands.
We hope to identify a high percentage of our caves on the island within the Tongass National Forest. And from there we can develop a management plan for our cave resources, designed to protect the resource and to meld as easily as possible with the other resources on the forest.
So far, 45 caves have been discovered on Prince of Wales Island. In addition, the deepest and third deepest pits in the United States are on the island. As new caves are discovered, a survey is done so the cave's contents can be considered when a management plan is developed.
This is the pump. Okay.
We go from one station to another, measuring the azimuth, the inclination, and the distance. And we write them in a notebook, and usually one person in the party has a little notebook and they sketch what the passage looks like around these survey points and put in all the details for the finished map.
And so when we do that and then take all that data home and plot it out, we can see just where that cave is going, and we can get an idea of the geologic forces that were at play when that cave was formed. Okay, got it.
We're finding different things in every cave. We're finding small passages, muddy mazes. We find gorgeous big rooms. We find very beautiful speleothems. We find hundreds of feet of passage with nothing spectacular at all. And so the whole bag of what you find in other caves is here.
This is what I was telling you about. This is what Mark calls the Hot Fudge Sundae.
Oh, yeah. That's real nice.
Well, look at these formations down here. I think this is the prettiest part of the whole cascade here. Kind of looks like a drippy ice cream sort of melting.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, wet though. A lot of water. What we normally call formations are dripstone formations, where the water has percolated down through the rock and deposited minerals, and commonly they're known as stalactites and stalagmites. And this cave has some. It's certainly not as beautiful or well decorated as a cave like Carlsbad Caverns, but it is beautiful for Alaska's standards. One of the primary types of speleothems is a soda straw, which looks like a soda straw. It's the same size, about 1/4 of an inch thick, and it's hollow on the inside. And a droplet of water will go down the inside of the soda straw and slowly drip down the inside until it gets to the end, and then it deposits a little thin ring of minerals around the edge of this soda straw, and so it progressively grows longer. Now, another type of formation is the stalactite, which is growing from the ceiling, and that usually starts as a soda straw, and then the soda straw becomes plugged and it makes a thicker formation called a stalactite. Where a stalactite drips onto the floor, there is often a stalagmite, and that grows up from the floor. And we have some of those that are up to 3 feet tall here.
Cave formations grow at a very slow rate, perhaps only 1/4 of an inch every 5 years or more. Usually, formations that get broken will never form again. At times, simply touching a formation can cause a permanent alteration. For these reasons, members of the survey team do not enter passages where formations can be damaged, but not everyone who visits a cave shows the same respect.
But first, look at this. This is an example of natural breakage. This thing has been, at one time probably rocks came down through the passage here and knocked it off. It's had time to form flowstone over it. But these up here, most of them are in real good shape, but it looks like someone's come through here and broke some of them off. Well, now that formation right there was probably, 1 foot or so long, but somebody's broken that one off. And it'll probably never grow back again, ever, who knows. But it could have taken thousands of years for that thing to form.
It's so sad because people sometimes see this glistening object in the cave and they want to have it for their house, and they take it home. And of course, the thing that made it beautiful in the cave was that it had the water coming down, and it was a process of forming. It's a chemical reaction taking place. And once you get that out away from it in a hot, dry place, it just dries up and looks like an ordinary rock. So they take it home because it's pretty, and then they throw it out immediately after it dries out, which is very sad, because then it's no longer in the cave.
The Forest Service goal is to keep the caves on Prince of Wales Island wild and as undisturbed as possible. The rugged terrain around most of the caves will limit public access to those in good physical shape. Venturing into any cave requires proper gear and planning. For safety, a good light source and 2 backup lights should be carried by each person entering a cave. And just like boating or flying, someone staying behind should be informed of the trip. The advice of the Glacier Grotto is a good golden rule to follow when visiting a cave.
One of our mottos is leave nothing but footprints, take nothing but pictures, and kill nothing but time. And that way we tend to preserve these caves for later generations to enjoy as well.